Alrighty, so today I'm going to be ranking every single main version of Dearly Beloved. Not going to be ranking every single one of those suckers because I'd be here forever. But we're going to be ranking every major title screen version, to put it that way. This video might end up with me getting killed in the comments, as I do think that some of these takes here are, let's just say, unusual. Yeah, that's a good word to use. Anyway, let's get on with the ranking. At the bottom spot, or the number 13 spot, we have the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross version. I'll be completely honest with you, this one, it just never stuck with me. I listened to it a few times. When I first played Union Cross and whatnot, I gave it a listen. Over the years, a couple more times, but I just never really resonated with this one. This one never really was at the level of good as the other ones were. Not to say any of these are bad, not even this one, but this one is just at the bottom of the list. I never really enjoyed this one too much. And same goes for the next one, the number 12 spot, the Dearly Beloved from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. The same story applies to this one. It's not bad by any means. It's decent, but like I never really particularly enjoyed it. The other ones on this list I find a lot more sort of interesting to listen to, and in all honesty, this one is just like the first one, sort of at the bottom there. It's just not something I would decide to listen to if I want to listen to Dearly Beloved in general. Moving on, the same story kind of applies to Kingdom Hearts Recoded. This one is a bit better because it's sort of more reminiscent of the KH1 version, which is definitely one of my favorites. We're gonna get to that a little bit later down the line in the video, but this one is, I guess there's not much to it. It just sort of seems like a sped up version of the KH1 Dearly Beloved, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but like with number 12 and 13, I don't find myself listening to this one all too often. Moving on to the number 10 spot, which is probably one of the hardest ones that I had to put at the sort of lower end of things, but this is where things get good, and this is where things get difficult for me to rank because all of these next ones are fucking beautiful. But as for the number 10 spot, we have Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories, the version from Re-Chain of Memories or Chain of Memories. I guess they're a little bit different, but I'm going to put them in the same thing. I know I'm not supposed to, but in all honesty, I haven't really played much of the Game Boy version. I haven't really listened to much of the Game Boy version, Dearly Beloved, so I don't think I'm qualified to judge, if that makes sense. But as for the Re-Chain of Memories one, this one is genuinely good. Like, I like this one. I don't listen to it on a consistent basis, that's for sure, but whenever I pop in Re-Chain of Memories, which is quite often, I love Re-Chain of Memories, I'm just happy to hear this one. I really am. This one takes everything that you have with Kingdom Hearts 1, which is such an absolute classic, such a masterpiece, and it takes it to a little bit of a next level, if you could call it that. It adds a little bit more extra spice, extra flavor to the classic Kingdom Hearts 1 Dearly Beloved, and that's something that it does really well. However, sadly, I had to put it here because there are much better options that I would way rather listen to compared to this one, even though I'm really sad about that. Moving on to the next one. This is probably the most spicy take on this entire video. At the number 9 spot, we have the Kingdom Hearts 2 / Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Dearly Beloved. This one, as iconic as it is, and as memorable as it is, and as many people know it as they do, I just don't find myself vibing with this one as much in the last few years. There's, in my opinion, better options to listen to when compared to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, but just like with the Re-Chain of Memories one, I find myself listening to this one whenever I'm at the KH2 title screen a little bit, and I'm really happy to hear it every time, but like I always say, there's better options above in this list. Moving on to the next one. This one was another hard one for me to rank because I was kind of debating whether I should put KH2 or this one 350 over 2 days above each other, but this one slightly just takes the cake from KH2, and I'll explain why. Well, this one I think much better reflects the story of Roxas. It's got sort of a darker, a more somber tone to it, and I think that it really fits the game well. It's probably one of the best fitting versions of Dearly Beloved, if that makes sense. It's got that sort of darker, more a down tone, which is really good considering the narrative that Kingdom Hearts 350 over 2 days has, and I think that they did a phenomenal job with this one, and I'm also sad for this one because I couldn't rank it higher, but all in all, this one is also just as much of a masterpiece as any other, and this one comes in at the number 8 spot. Moving on to the number 7 spot, and this one is taken by Kingdom Hearts 3. This one I actually enjoyed a lot. I know a lot of people didn't really vibe with this one. I did, and I'll tell you why. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the end of the Xehanort saga, as a lot of us know, and in all honesty, this one is also probably one of the best fitting ones because it's not your classic Dearly Beloved. It's got a lot more to it, and I think that's what they should have really done with Cage 3, and they did a good job because it has a lot of Source theme in there. I don't know if you can hear it, or maybe I'm just fucking delusional, which could be the case, but I hear a lot of that sort of happy, upbeat Source theme in that, and I think that it really fits this game. Why? Because it's not a tragic story. It has some really fucking big emotional roller coasters, but it's not a tragedy like, let's say, Birth by Sleep or Days, and it's a conclusion to the Xehanort saga, and this is exactly what it sounds like. I think they did an absolute jackpot with this version. I don't think they could have done it better than they already did for Cage 3, and I think that's why it's so high on this list at the number 7 spot. At the number 6 spot, I figure it's time we remember our fallen Kingdom Hearts game, Missing Link.
Holy shit, is this Dearly Beloved good.
The fucking orchestra, it's so different. This one is so different. Probably the most unique version of Dearly Beloved that we ever got to this day. And that's why it's at the number 6 spot. It sort of hypes you up for the next saga, and it's fucking phenomenal. I can't say enough about this one. Let's move on to the number 5 spot, and that is taken by the classic, the legendary Kingdom Hearts 1 Dearly Beloved. I have absolutely no words for this one. Not the 1.5 version, the classic PS2 Kingdom Hearts 1 Dearly Beloved. You can type blinded by nostalgia all you want in the comments, and I do not care. This is genuinely a masterpiece. In all honesty, I even feel bad for putting it at the number 5 spot, but I guess it is what it is. There's even better ones than this, if you can believe that. But the classic Cage 1 Dearly Beloved is the most iconic one in my opinion, even more iconic than the Cage 2 one. Yes, I said that. And it's really when you play it, it gives you a sense of home. I don't know if that's a thing for you guys, but it gives me a sense of home. I don't know how to explain it. And the waves in the background, this is probably the first perfect version of Dearly Beloved, and the next 4 are probably the hardest ones to rank because they're just as big of masterpieces as this one. The classic Cage 1 takes the number 5 spot. At the number 4 spot and at the number 3 spot, these pretty much share number 4 and number 3 because they're the same version but they're from different games, so I figured I should divide them a little bit. But this is the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep and the 0.2 versions of Dearly Beloved. Oh my god, one of the most, if not the most underrated Dearly Beloved there is. This is a genuine masterpiece. I cannot get enough of this. This thing is probably the definition of the sort of struggle Dearly Beloved. Like, this is the one that you crank up when you're in a shitty mood, when you need something to cheer you up a bit, because it starts off really kind of sad and somber, but it gets that sort of towards the end. It like gets you back up, and that's what I really love about this version of Dearly Beloved. It's hella underrated, it's insane, and the one that I probably listen to the most out of all these, even though there are 2 more that I prefer to this one is genuinely a masterpiece. I highly recommend when you're in a shitty mood, you put this specific version of Dearly Beloved on, you're gonna feel a lot better, trust me, I know from experience. At the number 2 spot, probably one of the most surprising ones in my opinion. I even was surprised when I put this one at the number 2 spot, but at the number 2 spot we have Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Now, this version of Dearly Beloved is really cool. It starts off kind of similar to Birth by Sleep, but after the first minute or so, it picks up. It's got some similarities to the number 1, which we're going to be talking about, but I'm not going to spoil it, even though you probably know. But it's really happy, kind of upbeat. It you know, gets you out of the funk. If you're again in a shitty situation, this is another one of those that you crank up when you need to get up, get shit done, and it's absolutely fun. But at the number 1 spot, the best Dearly Beloved version, my personal favorite, is the Melody of Memory version. This probably might be another one of those unexpected ones, but I was always actually not always, for the last 6 or so years, I have really always been vibing with the smooth jazz mixes that you find on YouTube and whatnot, and this one sounds like it's ripped straight from one of those, and that's why I love it. This is the one that I'm gonna be bumping in traffic all the time. I'm not even kidding. This is so good. I absolutely love the Melody of Memory version of Dearly Beloved. It's so upbeat, it's jazzy, it's completely different from the other ones. If you're in the car, if you're sitting at a red light, crank this shit up. I promise you're gonna feel better. If you're stuck in traffic, you're annoyed, crank this shit up. It's gonna help you out a lot. This is genuinely my favorite version of Dearly Beloved. If you're working on something on the computer or something, if you're doing anything, crank this shit up. It's gonna put you in a better mood. You're gonna focus better. This is genuinely magic. I can't get enough of this song. I listen to it pretty much every day. This combined with the fact that it's, like I said, probably the second most unique Dearly Beloved version there is. This is deserving of the #1 spot in my opinion. I know I might get killed for this one as well, but hey, I hope I don't. With that said, I want to thank you for watching this ranking of pretty much every main Dearly Beloved version there is. I know I didn't put every single one of those. Like I said, I would be here forever if I did. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That all helps me out a lot. Leave your thoughts and opinions and maybe even lists in the comments down below if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. Until next video stream, bye bye.